Although Van Halen released 12 studio albums during their nearly 5-decade career, drummer Alex Van Halen has revealed that the band's archives hold a substantial amount of unreleased music. Speaking on Chris Jericho's Talk is Jericho podcast, Alex discussed the possibility of revisiting and releasing some of this hidden material. Reflecting on his relationship with his late brother, guitarist Eddie Van Halen, which he details in his memoir Brothers, Alex expressed interest in exploring the band's vault. "I've hinted at this before, and while I'm a bit superstitious, I can share a little," Alex said, as reported by Blabbermouth. "We're planning to go through the archives and revisit some of the ideas we stored away. There are some incredible riffs that got left behind. It's unfortunate they didn't make it onto our albums." Alex explained that Van Halen's experimental approach in the studio often resulted in an abundance of material, much of which was shelved. He estimated that the band's archives could hold enough material for 3 or 4 albums. "I'm serious," Alex emphasized. "There's some amazing stuff in there. When you're in the middle of creating, the best ideas can sometimes slip through the cracks. Revisiting them later, you realize, this is incredible. How did we forget about it? But it's a process, and I want to handle it carefully." He also reflected on Eddie's final years, expressing sadness over the lack of closure, which was further complicated by the pandemic.
Alex Van Halen has unveiled the full version of Unfinished, a previously unreleased track that marks the last song he composed with his late brother, Eddie Van Halen. The song, which is included in the audiobook of Brothers, has also been made available on vanhalen.com for fans to listen to and download. Eddie Van Halen's guitar playing is prominently featured throughout Unfinished, with his exceptional skills particularly standing out during a solo at the 4:35 mark. The track is part of the audiobook soundtrack for Brothers, which is narrated by Alex Van Halen. Although Unfinished was the last song the brothers wrote and recorded together, Alex recently told Billboard that there is still unreleased Eddie Van Halen material in the archives.